We just went fucking and saw Captain America Civil War.
We did. We went and saw a new comic book movie that's out in theaters that I would say is good.
Holy shit. You hear that, folks?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, one breaks through, and he enjoys it.
Yeah, sometimes I take shits that don't hurt.
Yeah, I just...
So, sometimes the shit that comes through isn't painful.
It was a fun movie.
It was good. It was fun. I liked it. I did do my homework and watch the previous one, The Winter Soldier.
Which is a good movie also.
It is also good. So, yeah, I was prepared. And Marvel it seems like Marvel's got their shit together a lot more than anybody else.
They've had some misses. I mean...
Yeah, but I mean, compared to... There's no other... They have a higher percentage of non-dog shit movies.
Oh, compared to Sony and Fox and Warner Brothers? Absolutely.
Yeah. So, good on them for that, even though it's all owned by one corporation. But, whatever. I'll get past it.
There's like 20 corporations under one giant umbrella.
Yeah, it's all Disney. But that's okay. It's all right. Disney did put out Nazi propaganda back in the day, so...
Yeah, Walt Disney is a very well-known anti-Semite.
Yeah, so now they own everybody's childhoods.
And they also did steal a bunch of childhood fables from Germany and other countries in Europe, and then decided that they owned them for the rest of forever.
They changed copyright laws to suit them so they can hold on to... Anyway,
whatever.
Disney.
Fuck Disney.
Disney owns Marvel, and they own Star Wars, and they own everything. They own Slinky and Rubik's Cube, I'm sure too.
Hey, as long as they just keep letting guys like J.J. Abrams and Kevin Feige run their own shit.
This is what's going to happen in like 10, 20 years when the new all the kids, when our people, our age, are no longer in charge of shit, and the kids are in charge of shit, and they're like, ooh, let's do some fun stuff with these properties. And guaranteed, mark my words, eventually, everybody's going to be fucking regretful that Disney owns these properties, and then they fuck them all up.
Hey, man,
because new kids come in.
We'll deal with that when it comes.
I'm just saying, everybody's gonna regret it. Oh, it's so amazing, until some asshole gets in there and just destroys it all.
Those dog shit Transformer movies still make millions of dollars.
Everybody will be like, please let fucking what was the Star Wars dude?
Abrams?
No, the original one that people...
Oh, George Lucas?
Yes.
No, no one ever...
It's going to be way worse what George Lucas has done to his films and what he did to the franchise.
Made an amazing universe that he also
went back and re-edited. He went back and changed, and then he made 3 more dog shit movies. But
horrible.
But that's not even close to what's going to happen in the future. That's not even close.
We don't know yet. But what I do know...
Mark my words.
Is we saw the movie.
Words. It's going to happen.
It was fucking good.
That's what corporations
do. We're probably going to spoil the shit out of it.
Probably.
100%.
I guess.
Most likely, we're just going to talk about the movie.
Nobody dies. Surprise. Nobody dies in a movie. And they make it very clear that not even tangentially people die. Because that's a new topic in comic book movies.
11 people died when she threw that dude in the bomb.
That was one of the things where they're like, look at all these events. That was the last one that they showed. Was that it's like it's I guess it's good, their universes. So it was in the Superman one to the worst kind of example of trying to portray, tell a story.
It's like this movie took almost half of the Batman v Superman, but they were made at the same time, but it showed the same type of things that they were trying to show in the other one, but it actually explained it, and it made you fucking understand it.
It wasn't a piece of shit like Batman versus Superman was.
But I'm just saying, like, the
huge, shiny piece of shit.
It
was an actual well-made movie, told a story, for sure references in there, but you don't need to understand them to get the fucking movie.
You might not have actually had to watch Winter Soldier to get what was going on. It would have been nice,
because then I saw the Winter Soldier guy, and I kind of understand that he's a brain,
The guy that they fought at the beginning, Rumlow, that was, he was in the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't paying super close attention to the Winter Soldier when I was watching it, just because I was watching it here. And then, just it's easy to get distracted when you're home watching a movie versus in a theater. But yeah, it's like it was good. I mean, it was a good movie.
Start off with a great action.
I finished the movie. How about that?
Hey.
Because I wouldn't have fucking finished if I had rented Batman versus Superman, like if I got it through Redbox or some shit, I would have taken that fucking disc and thrown it out the window. And be like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of society. Get out of here. But it was good. It was good. I mean, it was action right up at the front. There was, some, which they're good at. They, get people into it.
That was, we talked about it a little bit. That was maybe one of the, I was a little bit nervous, even though I'd heard good reviews. I stayed away from all the spoilers, but in the beginning, the action sequence, it's a lot of shaky cam. Even though it's great action.
I'm trying to remember the exact scene.
It was
what kind
when
of scene was it?
Cap's up in the building, Hawkeye's up, or not Hawkeye, Falcon's up top.
Right.
The two girls are sitting in the cafe, and then they have all that fight and great action sequence.
Yeah,
running through the crowded streets and fucking kicking ass. But there was a lot of like fucking I'm running beside you, filming it, shaky cam.
Yeah, I guess I didn't notice. I didn't mind it. I guess because
I didn't really mind it,
but that scene, I guess, versus
it did.
Some of the other ones are. I mean, they're so grand. They're like doing. 5 fucking move combo things.
There was like fucking at least 5 times I got.
It was great, and I like the fact they mixed
smile
shit up
on my face during the movie, like when.
Yeah, it was good.
Like
I mean,
when they finally came all together in the face-off, like
in the
team
abandoned
versus
airport,
team,
to make sure nobody
in the
dies.
recently abandoned airport,
or evacuated airport.
When Ant-Man turned into Giant Man.
That's the thing. It's like I like the cast of like the group that they brought in. The Spider-Man character was amazing.
Great. It was probably the best rendition of Spider-Man I've seen.
And then, the fact that they brought Ant-Man in, they brought like that black dude. Like I barely knew that black dude who was
the Black Panther.
Him too, but not the
Falcon.
dude with the wings, the metal wings. Yeah, because he was kind of like in Ant-Man. Like I didn't know who the fuck that guy was. Winter Soldier, he's a much bigger part of it. Yeah, exactly. So. And he was great in it, but I mean, I like the kind of grouping. It's not just the same fucking like the Avengers, where it's just like kind of the same exact people for both Avengers movies.
How many bullets were blocked and or deflected either by Falcon's wings, Cap's shield, and Bucky is super good at just blocking bullets out of midair,
just with his hand out,
fucking hand,
not even having to move it, which is crazy. All the bullets just magically hit his hand,
magnet hand, whatever.
Everybody
it's
was
a robot
actually
arm.
Aiming.
Who knows?
It wasn't moving though. It's not like he was adjusting.
He maybe a little bit. It wasn't like quick.
No,
like
It was amazing because it was the only what was it, like 4 people that was shooting at him. The only 4 people in movie history that went headshot, but he had his hand out. Didn't work. Most movie villains shoot. They're horrible shots. Those were the only 4, and he got them. It just happened to work.
They took a real world approach. It's like, all right, the SWAT guy's going to go for a headshot. Maybe if I just fucking hold my hand right here.
Yeah.
We've seen he's got ridiculous.
It's a superhero movie, so it's like,
he ran,
oh wow, people are doing crazy shit.
He ran like 60 miles an hour.
They all did.
Up over a fucking car while it was still going. That shit, that was shot super well because it didn't look CG'd in. It looked like they were really running that fast.
Yeah, it didn't look like Superman running past the train in the
or catching
80s,
that rocket
in the 80s.
Oh, just even that. I was talking about even the new one. Some of the CG in that wasn't that good.
I don't know. It's like CG. It's definitely a lot more. I like the fact that there's like not a lot of rubber people. Like they've figured out CG to where it doesn't look like Blade 2. Yeah. One of the worst fucking it was dog shit movie. Some people like it, I guess. I don't know if it's one of those like they added more to the story or some shit. But the CG in that movie was the dog shittiest dog. It's like The Matrix.
Oh, when he fights all the Agent Smiths.
At least that was during the day, well lit.
Yeah.
This is rubber people at night. So it's like they have to not make a silhouette look like a fucking. Anyway, Blade 2, dog shit movie. And it's like, people when he falls, Captain America falls like down and he like lands on something and like it's a crazy fall. Yeah, they did it really good.
All right, let's take it from the beginning because we're just like,
I like this. I like this.
So the movie starts out. The Avengers are on a mission. Mm-hmm. It looks like some Middle Eastern cafe or like just like a market, a downtownish part of like some sort of somewhere. It was African country, I believe.
Somewhere not America.
And they're after Crossbones, who you might remember from the Winter Soldier. He was Rumlow, one of the Hydra agents who was like one of Cap's like guys on all the missions, and then he fought him, and he fought Falcon, and that building fell on him, and he was all fucked up. So now he's got bionic, like
he's like
he's got like hammer fist,
kind of like Iron Man, but like not as much technology,
and
like
you could just pull it off.
Steampunk, Iron Man,
steampunk Iron Man almost, or like a Casey Jones from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but like on steroids. Yeah. And I hate that phrase, but like literally on steroids.
Well, yeah, but Casey Jones didn't have like a kind of mech armor.
No,
stuff. He just had a hockey stick and a mask.
I'm just going by the mask. Fuck
the steroids just would have made him buffer in a mask.
But yeah, so they're after this biological fucking whatever
biohazard, generic.
Yeah, just
disease.
Vial of something bad. Vial of something
doesn't
bad.
Doesn't end up being part of the story overall.
No, but
it's just an event happens which adds to this whole thing where comic books are realizing that when you blow up cities and movies, people tend to be in those cities. That whole action
sequence was just so he could fucking mention Bucky to Captain America, like story-wise. But like, so he corners Rumlow, they fucking fight, you know, Black Widow fucking grabs the fucking thing before it hits the ground in like a ninja fucking breakdance move.
They were able, spoilers, they were able to get the biohazard thing back, barely, and in a scene that's very similar to Mission Impossible catching the... I mean,
but that's in so many movies. That's a cliche, like shoot the guy and catch it real quick.
Exactly.
We've seen it, but whatever, it worked. And then... So Crossbones references Bucky to Captain America, fucks him up, but then he
we don't have to go through every fucking beat of this movie.
All right, sorry.
So there's a thing, they get the fucking disease back, but it sets up the fact that they're killing people and the government wants to shut them down from killing people.
Yeah.
They want to have some kind of control over these superhuman people, so they just don't fucking just blow up cities willy-nilly.
Well, wouldn't they...
The last thing that they showed was the most minimal of the things, but it's still like they basically did a Timothy McVeigh to the side of that building because the chick fucking... I mean, the dude was blowing up, but she fucked up. She threw the blowing up guy right to the side of a building and just totally Oklahoma City bombed it.
I think she was trying to go over, but he just blew up before it got up there.
She fucked up.
Yeah, she fucked up.
Well,
I mean, but what is she could have just let him blow up right there? She'd have died, Cap would have died, other people would have died.
It sets up the fact that, like, okay, these people could be dangerous. Like, it's a similar
I get the
Batman
plot.
theme.
I get where it was going.
So they're doing this,
but...
so then the whole thing sets them up to be against each other. Is some of them are like, yeah, we do need to be in check. Some of them are no, fuck you guys. And then even more of a wedge gets thrown in because the Bucky character comes back.
Here
Captain America's the best friend ever.
Here's why Cap was against that.
Yeah.
Because of what happened in the Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. The whole working for S.H.I.E.L.D., which was a government agency, and how they weren't necessarily looking out for the greater good of everyone. Yeah. It was always agenda-driven, and he didn't, Captain America's the most virtuous fucking dude, like always trying to fucking do the right thing, which is why he's trying to save his best friend.
He's a murderer. He's a mass murderer.
Friend left.
Mass murderer.
Only person he knows left on Earth.
I mean, he knows people. He knows all of those superheroes.
Well, I mean...
It's just from his old life. Okay. Yeah. Good for you. Your best friend from back then is broken and is a mass murderer because of it. And you're willing to overlook... murder
hadn't
of parents.
Been doing that for a very long time.
He got set free to be the new. He's like defrosted so they could reprogram him to use him. He's a weapon. He's a gun. He is a gun that with this magic code book.
Ever since the Winter Soldier, though, he hadn't been doing that.
Yeah, but they set it up to make.
They set it up in 1991.
Oh yeah. Well, that may not have been his last thing that he did.
Well, no, the last thing he did was Winter Soldier, and then after that, he didn't fucking... No one... Well, Besides a part in this
besides
movie,
all those comic books.
Besides a part in this movie where he gets kind of reactivated by the fucking the secret,
which
fucking
he just comes
code.
out of it. Like it only works for like the code only works for like a little bit of time, and then he's like out of it.
Not sure. Maybe when he got knocked out, hitting the water or whatever. I don't know.
But like I get it. They wrote it really well.
So where
very,
it's like great. You understand
you can see
why
both sides of the story.
Why you put it up.
Yeah.
Why
it makes
why
sense.
you should agree or you don't agree.
Yeah.
And it's whatever.
There's
whatever.
actual conflict that makes sense. I get it.
Still both. They still all want the same thing.
Yeah.
They just don't.
They just have really different ways of doing it.
And one
just like when our civil war for the country, like we all wanted to make money. It's just some people wanted to use people to make money, and that's not a good business plan. And
well, I mean that is every business plan, but this was totally free labor.
Yeah. I mean, they're still doing
and
it.
owning
It's basically
owning
free
the labor force.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's like I get it. It was good. It set it up good. So there was a thing. I mean, when like everything, I was good with everything. I mean, I was good with everything all the way through. But towards the end, when Iron Man finds out what happened in 91, December 16th, 1991, totally understand his reaction to that. Kind of questionable. Captain, the most virtuous guy.
I get why he didn't. He even says it in the note at the very end. Like why he
says it in the note. I get it. In the moment, I'm like, I mean, I'm not like.
And
this
when
is
did he
ridiculous.
find out? Is another question.
He found out exactly when. Well,
because he wasn't defrosted in 91.
Who?
Cap.
Yeah, I assume he found out. He saw the video for the first time that Iron Man saw it. That's what I assumed in that room where they saw the video footage.
So did I, and then he asked if he knew, and then he was like, "Yeah, I didn't." But I'm saying, when did he find out?
Maybe Bucky told him or something.
Could have.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really notice that. Like, I don't mind. Like, I think low of Captain America for doing what he did after that. Like, in that moment, I'm judging Captain America in a negative light.
And I was like, and I saw it a different way.
Yeah. Which is like, whatever.
But again, that
doesn't really matter.
That makes it a really good movie if you can. If you can like put it so well.
Yeah, it's a well written movie. They like made they made it so it's like two people you're supposed to root for.
We both enjoyed the same movie, but we were rooting for the other person. Like
this is just another huge reason why the dog shit known as Batman versus
so
Superman.
Bad.
It's just like. The conflict that they put to get them together was fucking stupid. Like everything that involved the conflict between the two title characters was dog shit. With this one, it's like it's a good movie. Fucking Spider-Man's amazing. All the characters are amazing. The fight sequences are great.
It was a 2.5. It was the exact same amount of time as Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
And no time during this movie was I like, is this gonna fucking end?
Well, because a third of it wasn't cut out with like
the edits were done fine.
Like when they
no point during that was I taken away by going, where the fuck are we now?
The movie's like, oh, these people could be dangerous. Like in this movie, they in very simple way they're like, oh yeah, okay. The way they did it in Batman versus Superman was like, oh, we're gonna show them how bad Superman is by showing alien ships destroying a town. And the only time you see Superman is flying away. It's like the most ambiguous dog shit fucking scene to make you like, oh, that's why you hate Superman. But like in this one, clearly just like, oh, look at news article. They blew this thing up. Oh, and the thing that we just did, like that's another thing.
We'll show it to you
which is great. Like if you didn't see if it's your first Marvel movie, like, and you didn't remember all those other scenes from Marvel movies where they blew up scenes, at least in this one you got to experience one where it was a smaller scale than all the other ones, but at least you got to experience, oh yeah, like they're just having giant battles around people, like normal people.
There were so many different, like even mini storylines, like just the Vision and the Scarlet Witch.
See, I don't know. There's some characters that, like the Vision, don't know anything about that dude.
He came at the end of Age of
Doesn't
Ultron.
matter. Don't know anything about him. Like I get him. Like I get he's there. I understand there's going to be people that I probably don't get
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, I get it, and like I kind of understand his powers, you know? They kind of show you. Like, this is kind of how he works. Same with the chick that can move shit, which I don't know her.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. And then, so I get, it's like, but it didn't really matter, because it's like, they showed kind of what they're all about, and that's all you needed to. Versus like, you know, just assuming people understand things, and then they're like, there's this story plot line.
In the comic books, or you know, I don't know if it's still they switch shit around, but
are these
for a while the Vision and Scarlet Witch were married. She's an android. He's a fucking.
She's an android.
He's an android. She's a fucking real person.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
fine.
Which that kind of
fit well
they were
together.
kind of setting that up as like you know, he was like, I was distracted.
He's making food for her to comfort her.
Yeah,
food from home.
He's got a fucking crush on her.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, but it wasn't like, it wasn't anything where they're
it wasn't
trying
inappropriate
to
or weird.
Yeah, well, no, but it's like they weren't trying to force feed you like this thing. They actually just let things play out, and it was just like, it makes sense, you know, like this dude, their teammates, you know, it all.
He's
made
only
sense.
been in existence for like a year
versus
or so.
movies that are like just like cramming shit down. Oh,
you don't understand it.
Yeah.
You're not. Zack Snyder had said a few times, you know, this movie might be too smart for people, and I was like,
said by that's something only stupid fucking idiots say.
Just fucking
smart people never. I mean, maybe they do, but it's like, smart people aren't like, this book I wrote is gonna be way too fucking, like, you don't see fucking Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, he didn't move his fingers.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was early. I was taking it back to the origin episode.
He just and I feel bad for him because like the way his face is locked, and he's got like 4 teeth, but they're all like stick out. Like he looks like Izzy. When Izzy has all her bottoms just hanging out,
and she just can't do anything.
She's just like
these lips, no control. There's no muscles in these lips. But yeah, so Zack Snyder can suck a dick because he is a shitty fucking storyteller. He can art director. You know what? He wasn't the art director. He wasn't the director of photography. He didn't shoot the movie. He just like, this is the story I need this shot.
Well, then,
the cinematographer.
It looked like a Zack Snyder movie.
Yeah, he probably uses the same cinematographer. He has a style. Great for commercials. Like, I'm sure commercials would be.
300 was magnificent, even though there was barely any story to it.
He needs to stop directing movies
by himself. Comic book movies. 300 was a comic book.
Well, 300, I guess, it's a
That's what that movie was based off. The graphic novel. The Watchmen, which I like.
That's what he's being hired to do. It's not like, I mean, maybe he's choosing to do it. Either way, I don't give a shit. He needs to, like, he did the Owl movie. That's not maybe it's a comic book movie. It's animated. Anyway, great. He needs to work with a good director that knows how to tell a story, and he can shoot. Yeah. He can shoot action. But even like the Superman action scenes were dog shit. Like, Superman suits his style so well. Like in the first one, pretty cool fucking flying scenes and all that kind of shit. In this one, it was dog shit.
I get it.
So Zack Snyder, if you're listening to this,
the Russo brothers
eat a bullet, Zack Snyder, because you're worthless. You're worthless. Damn. You're shitty. You're a shitty artist, and you need to fucking eat a bullet or go start over somewhere else.
Fucking you heard it here
Snyder.
first, folks.
Yeah. But
the Russo brothers
fucking good, man.
They started out directing TV. They did like the Dungeons and Dragons episode on Community.
A lot of people start out. Community is a great show.
I really liked Community, and that was a really good episode. I think it had J.K. Simmons in it.
It's like every episode with Community was great because they were so different.
I love the paintball there was like episode,
like a claymation one. Yeah, that was great. The paintball one. I mean, it was a great show. But yeah, they're great, good storytellers, man. That's one thing Disney does know. You want to talk about movie crack? Visual and audio crack, like every Disney animated feature we grew up on. It's like they just hook you, man.
I've watched those.
They just
so many multiple times.
It's so rare they make a bad movie. Disney, they understand story so well,
and when they do, they fire everyone involved with that shit.
Probably, yeah. But so they can make a good
Warner,
story.
Warner Brothers like, fuck Zack Snyder, let him do Justice League too. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's like people love 300. It's like, oh well, then maybe there are stupid people.
But
it's like, yes, there are stupid people, but stupid people still like good story.
I love how our review keeps turning
Going
back
to
that.
Batman.
Like, God damn it, Batman, Superman, why weren't you
always
better?
have to compare to the worst piece of shit.
Batman, Superman 2.
Just how much better.
Here's what's fucked up. Like,
I love talking shit about that movie.
it got sandwiched, like super shit sandwiched. It was like Deadpool came out, and it was so great in such a simple
Probably
story.
helped him out.
Dude, Batman v Superman fucking cost like $1 billion fucking dollars to shoot.
This is a dog shit movie.
But you got something like Deadpool that was done for $53.
Waterworld.
Then
Yeah.
Daredevil came out on Netflix, which was fantastic. And well, you know, they don't have a huge budget for that. Then fucking Batman Superman comes out, and it just wasn't that good.
No.
No.
Not just that good. That's like kind of good. It was dog shit. Like, the more movies, every movie I see after this, because I watched that movie.
Do you compare everything?
I watched that movie questioning what the fuck. Like, maybe I just don't maybe I am too stupid. But here's the thing: every fucking movie I've seen since then, way fucking better, and not even all great movies.
It's just making every other movie so much better.
I
like,
appreciate
like,
every movie.
God.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you just got out of like
this isn't Batman Superman.
It's like getting out of the worst smelling fucking room.
I don't
like
hate
you're in
it
an
as
elevator,
much as you.
stuck in an elevator for like in just dog shit smell. And it's like every sensory thing is horrible. The doors finally open, and you're like, roses and fucking not dog shit.
I mean, I didn't like it, but I don't hate it as much as you.
It's not a good movie. There's like, aside from like, okay,
I just appreciate it because it
looks
starting
cool.
maybe something that could be cool.
Oh, it's gonna start a lot more dog shit.
I hope not.
You're not gonna turn dog shit start into like. That's what reboots are.
Marvel's done it. They were making movies.
No, but it's not like. I mean, they haven't really flopped the bed when they started the Iron Man, and I mean, yeah, back in the day, maybe
like back
put some.
before. Well,
but it's
that
like
wasn't
you're not
even
starting,
like their own studio.
They didn't start.
That was like just leased to another studio.
Yeah, they didn't start the Avengers universe
08
with
Iron Man.
Dog shit.
Iron Man was a good
This
standalone.
Yeah, no, they didn't start with dog shit. They tried to start with dog shit,
but they didn't make Iron Man as a movie to start an entire universe. They made it as a fucking standalone movie, and then added a little clip at the end, which hinted that there might be more.
All of the movies can, for the most part, work as standalone. You don't have to do your homework to go into because I never did, but I knew what was going on for every minute of those movies, you know? Versus a movie where a third of the movie is a fucking commercial, people saying fuck Batman or Superman, but never showing any. It was like the dumbest. That first hour of cinema needs to be like erased from history. And then Zack Snyder fucking go back in history and shoot his mom in the head so she never gives birth
All
to
right,
him.
We don't like Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
Back to Civil
I'm clearly
War.
like way over. I just don't care about my level of hatred or what people think my level of hatred is.
I don't care either, but I
just
want to
love-
get back to
I just love that it makes some people's blood boil. It's like if I was Brian Callen, knowing that my dropping knowledge just boiled the blood of some people, then respect, Brian. You got me, bro, because it does. Sometimes it's like, get the fuck. I've stopped so many podcasts. Just I'm done.
What?
I can't. They put them at the end of the show. I've noticed the dropping knowledge because it's like I can't listen to this shit. I just can't do it.
The song's catchy as fuck, though.
I don't even think they use the song still. Maybe they do.
I think that one's one.
Yeah. Anyway, this movie, great movie. I mean, I just like it's just a movie you need to go see. Great action scenes.
The airport scene.
I mean, yeah, that's where
that
the
was like
great action
17
scene.
minutes
and
of
it was
action.
stress free because nobody was dying. Like while I was watching that scene,
I had a smile on my cake to my face. That whole
that's why
Spider-Man was great when Ant-Man turned into Giant Man.
The actor and his portrayal of Spider-Man, which I don't know,
Tom Holland.
I've heard it's supposed to be dead on or like actually similar to the comic book. Like he's a kid, and he's like kind of bumbling whatever.
He's very quippy.
Yeah, versus
when he caught his arm and
what's his face?
It was in the trailer, but he's
it's
like,
great.
"You got a metal arm, dude! Awesome!"
Yeah.
Or like,
love that Spider-Man. Loved it. I mean, it's like the first like kid superhero.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, like, and has that kind of kid
and literally
kind of joy, that boy
3-minute scene or maybe 5-minute scene where they introduce him
in the
in where Tony's talking to him in his bedroom or whatever. Like, that's enough of an origin story right there in that fucking 5 minutes to completely. I don't need to know anything else.
Like, they didn't need. He
didn't say a radioactive spider bit me.
Versus fucking Batman versus Superman, where let's just show you the whole origin story for Batman.
Have you heard how Batman became Batman?
Oh,
well, let me do it.
You know what? It's so funny.
Beautifully
not to
shot.
take it back to that, but it's like, oh, it's just too smart for people. Yet I had to reshow them everything that they've seen because they're so smart. The audience for Batman versus Superman is so fucking intelligent. I need to show them the origin story again because they're too goddamn stupid to know how Batman got to be Batman.
Yeah,
it's like, okay. Anyway, but this one, yeah, they don't need. That's like how you know it's a good
5
storytelling.
minutes.
You just throw in enough that just the idiots like me that don't know, but I know enough.
In that 5 minutes, they let you know you're a superhero. You've got a shitty costume. How did you develop these web cartridges and who did it?
And then next thing is
then he even asked him, how do you, and he didn't even tell him how he climbs on walls, but he's like, since it happened, my senses are
wasn't just
dialed to 11.
Yeah.
And he was like,
but it was almost like an interview, like
but
he's
we
feeling
all
him
get
out.
it. We've all seen the goddamn origin.
Yeah.
They did it in all the Spider-Man movies, it seemed like.
But it's like, we don't even need to know. Like, we get it. Like, we don't have origin stories for the fucking Mist guy or the I don't know. There's a lot of characters we don't have origin stories for. We don't need origin stories for them.
Vision. Yeah.
Like, we understand they're superheroes. All we need to know, really, I mean, hopefully they have the actors portraying them will give them a character, give them not just be flat and fucking boring as shit, but also it's like we just need to kind of understand what their superpowers are, which, you know, it's nice, it's good. They did more in that, never done in the Wonder Woman. Like, okay, she's got a sword that's stronger than kryptonite. It's like she's just super crazy. It's like, but no, just assume it's okay.
But we're not going to tell you anything because she's got a movie coming out in like 2 years.
Maybe we'll see. Well,
it's already shot.
Doesn't, I mean,
it'll come out.
Okay, well, if it's shot, then it's not coming out in 2 years.
It took them fucking 3 years to put that out.
Yeah, so they can still shut it down.
Shot.
Yeah, they can still shut it down. They're just doing all CGI shit, so it's not finished. It's still in post production. Doesn't matter.
They're going through.
They can shut shit down. Shit gets shut down all the time. Shit gets shut down all the time.
Not in a giant universe they just created.
All the time. Yeah, when they start with
they didn't.
Dog shit
Never.
They just
They've already got too much money in it. They're already shooting Justice League.
I mean, here's the thing. Warner Brothers could go belly up and they could get bought out by somebody and then they just cancel everything. It has happened.
The movie still made money.
That's what happened to the movie industry not that long ago.
Yeah, but
just everything just got shut down.
It won't happen. It will go through.
But I'm just saying.
Now maybe the rest of
bad
those movies?
business decisions. Hey, like if you're an architect and your buildings fall down and you have this big building you're planning to build in like 3 years,
that's not how it's going to work.
Maybe
they're already shot.
You don't know that. It doesn't mean anything. No one
shoots a fucking $100 million movie,
and they change actors like way late, and then they go reshoot a bunch of shit. It could be because that movie's not even close to done. They have film, but they don't have any digital. They don't have. I mean, look at comic book movie. That's all post production.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
It's mostly an animated movie,
but it's gonna come out.
No, I mean it might come out, but it's not guaranteed to come out.
I will bet you my eternal soul. If I ever have any children, you can have their souls.
But that's like, if I win a bet, I want something valuable. I don't want fucking souls of losers.
Yes, but you can live on
the loser
souls.
Lineage of souls. That's not how anything works, Keith. I'm just saying, it wouldn't be the first big budget movie that never saw the light of day. Wouldn't be the first. Where they soaked money into shit.
Okay,
wouldn't be the first.
1,000% guaranteeing it's going to come out.
What's their next? Because they have two. What if every movie they come out with is dog shit? They're just going to keep. I mean, they're going to run out of money before they even get to it.
They got 3 movies.
So,
4 if you count Suicide Squad.
Everybody. Yeah, everybody hold your breath. Everybody hold your breath. Just do it. Hold your breath, and then I'll live a much more peaceful life.
All right, now what about
like who's even excited for a movie about a character that was nothing in that movie? They just threw her in there because there's going to be a movie. Throw her in after the credits. If that's what you want to do.
I agree.
It's like so anybody that's excited for that isn't excited because
how this
of that.
Civil War review keeps turning into Batman v Superman hate. We had a whole podcast on how much we hate that.
Yeah, because it's a lot easier to talk about dog shit. I mean, it's good. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Go watch it. I mean, we're talking about the characters. I mean, it's just all good.
What do you think about the villain?
I mean, he's good. Basically,
but I'm saying
he's the best kind of villain because he didn't do anything. He just set everybody up to fight themselves. That's what villains do.
Well, knowing comic book lore, Baron Zemo was a character in a lot of the cartoons, the comics, and all that shit. He's dressed in all purple. He wears a sock mask.
He's like a non-character
infused into his face. He's also super soldier infused, and he carries a sword.
Who are we talking about?
The bad guy, Baron Zemo. Well,
the guy that was interviewing people.
The
one that was going to shoot himself in the head.
Yep.
Okay.
So
he's an actual superhero.
He's an actual
in the comic books?
supervillain.
Okay. I think he's better in this.
That has been around since the Nazi time, fighting Captain America. He was a very big Captain America villain.
Okay.
And it didn't bother me that they changed that they didn't put a fucking purple sock on his head or anything.
They never really established that he was defrosted either.
He's not defrosted in,
so then
in
he
the
just
movie.
lives forever.
No. In the movie, he's just a Sokovian.
Yeah, they set it up to
agent.
be which I like way better. I don't need a fucking super villain to be the villain in a superhero movie. It's almost better that it's not.
Yeah, I agree.
For
they
what
didn't
he did.
really need a villain, and he was the perfect amount of to get them to fight each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, a very complex plan of his.
Oh, I'm gonna trick him into going way the fuck out there.
How did he fund that shit?
Warner Brothers. They like to fund dog shit ideas. Dog shit ideas.
That was, I mean,
but it was good. I didn't mind him at all.
He made that EMP bomb that fucking.
Yeah. It's all convenient that everything worked out for him. This elaborate plan. But yeah, it's like they switch them all the way. I guess I don't know. I never really had a problem with it. The fact that it's a superhero movie, so I'm going into these movies giving them a lot of fucking leeway on shit, which when they take that leeway and try to hang me with it,
but
then they can go fuck themselves.
You can almost apply that to every fucking action adventure movie,
and I do. If I'm gonna watch The Rock in a movie, I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's not realistic.
Oh you couldn't do that.
He just punched through a fucking industrial glass window. Right, sure, that's what The Rock did. No, but it's an action movie, so I get it. And that's what I do. I know what I'm going into. But if it's a dog shit, if it's not, a movie is supposed to tell a story. If the thing I'm watching is not doing any of that, then I'm watching dog shit.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's like, this is good.
But that's why I like the Marvel comic book movies.
Yeah. But it's because some of them are good.
Some of them are not that great.
Way better than Ultron.
Oh, way better. I mean, and the visuals in Ultron were awesome. And if you looked at it's
you don't need visuals.
It's a very convoluted story.
Less is more. Less is more. That's
and
why I like the airport scene. It was less, man.
More fucking superheroes in this movie.
Yeah.
And still didn't seem as fucking jumbled. Even though I still liked Age of Ultron for what it was.
It was okay.
It was the very first Avengers movie was maybe.
I think I liked this. I think I liked these two.
The Winter Soldier and this.
I think I liked those the most.
I like those
even
the most.
more than Iron Man. And I liked Iron Man. Well,
the first Iron Man. Yeah, but even I liked the first Iron Man was my favorite for a while.
Yeah,
then it was
more.
The Avengers.
Actually, I think this one might be my favorite.
Then it was Guardians.
Which is weird. Out of comic book movies.
Well,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's really good.
Really good.
Like a fucking
this
space
was really
fun.
good too. Those two, Guardians of the Galaxy and this one they're probably tied. We go with tied on that.
the whole time, and you know what? Honestly, because I know I talk so well about Marvel movies and shit a lot, but I went into this like trying to nitpick it.
I already heard good things by people that like people's opinions in movies that I trust, you know? So it's like, I wasn't too worried going in. And even, I mean, I wasn't too worried going, I was definitely giving my best, like most open-mindedness when I was going into Batman vs. Superman. Even though I knew it was going to be bad, like I was expecting bad, and it just found new depths. Where this one, I didn't have any preconceived. I wasn't like excited to go see it, but it was like if it's anything like the other one, which I've heard it's a lot. It's very similar to the other one as far as just pace and just it's good. It's a lot. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for a comic book movie. I definitely enjoyed it.
I agree, and I mean even like let's say someone made this movie and it wasn't based on any fucking comic book ever.